Got my fam! It's Thursday! It's the Champions League show. We're going to be here after every Champions League game week on a Thursday, but we've got to do the anthem. These are the champions. And the thing goes back. He killed this in 7 show. He killed it. Welcome to the Champions League show. We will have a guest on with us every week. Touch wood if they bother to come. But we do have one this week. Let's start off with a comment here from Mujib Ahmed who says, guess I'll have to watch EastEnders rather than the Champions League as an Arsenal fan. Europa League. Europa League. We do start with Spurs against Dortmund. And man like Harry Kane setting it alight. And they beat Dortmund 3-1, obviously. Son Heung-min as well got on the score sheet. Yarmolenko with a beautiful goal for Borussia Dortmund, by the way. But they've taken it. What do you reckon? I mean, we weren't expecting that because we were saying Wembley curse, Spurs aren't doing well.
Do you know what? I started to change my tune in life because I was like, I'm not sure though, because I believe in Poch.
Yeah.
It's Poch. He took a bag of average players and made them look absolutely incredible to the point where I've actually forgotten that once upon a time they were average players. The team he's assembled now, especially.
Mad team. And
they beat Dortmund convincingly. Harry Kane, 2 worldies with his left foot as well.
Harry Kane's got 103 Tottenham goals in 170 games. 30 times in the past, 22 matches for club and country. 4 goals in 4 games. I mean, is this boy world class? I
think he's a natural goal scorer. What he does in the Champions League will determine whether he's on that level. Do you know what I mean? There's no doubting he's a Premier League striker.
This is a group to prove himself in though. If you're going to prove yourself in a group, it's this one. I have to shout out fucking man like the goalkeeper for Borussia Dortmund. His near post. He was just standing in the middle of the goal.
I know, so just getting beaten near post every single time.
It was poor. Shout out also Serge Aurier with a little dip. Dip it low, take it up slow. Did you see it?
No,
the ball came across the box.
Yeah.
It bounces in front of him. There's a player right behind him. He dips, hits it over his head and spins. Oh, I just hit my little finger. That's really... And then the Borussia Dortmund player is very confused and he just gets the ball, carries on. Yeah, it was
He's sick. A massive character, isn't it? He's such a good signing.
Serge Aurier.
Oh, Spurs are going to be so good this season.
In the other game, we looked at Real Madrid. They beat Apple Nicosia. I watched the highlights of that game. Obviously dominated. Apple had a few shots on target.
They had a strike like pretty early. Yeah, the long shot early in the game.
The keeper saved it.
But then like Ronaldo hit the post and
Ramos overhead kick. Like when you got Ramos doing
that was a terrible overhead kick.
It was, but it confused the keeper.
Do you know what? Any finish like that from now on, I'm going to call it the Danny Welbeck.
But the talking point is that we're still pretty early in the groups.
Yeah.
Could Spurs finish above Real?
No. So he's about a team story that's won it 3 in 4 years, twice on the bounce, first team to ever do that. There's an embarrassment of riches there. I don't think that they are going to fall victims to Tottenham Hotspur. It wasn't the strongest Dortmund side, but that doesn't take away from what Spurs done. Spurs were incredible. They won convincingly 3-1. And despite the fact the keeper decided to go to his far post apart from his near post, let's just throw all of that out of the equation and let's just say, well done Spurs, good win. But it's not enough to suggest that they will finish above a team that has won the Champions League more times than Spurs have actually been involved in the Champions League.
Spurs fans, let us know what you think. We'll hopefully get Mitch down for one of the episodes coming very, very soon. Can you top Real Madrid? Will you go through this, I'd say probably group of death for yourselves? As we move on to my favourite squad to talk about. Liverpool FC against Sevilla, and David Vujanic on Twitter said, Dejan Lovren, haha, it's so punny. You know what, fam? Like,
what was he doing for the first goal?
What was Dejan Lovren doing? Normally he can't judge aerial balls, but he was falling back. The ball's going right at him, and he goes under him.
Maybe he heard Michael Dapper. Ball goes, and he just goes, gas.
I like. It's been like honestly, it's been like 9 seasons.
I've never seen a team concede the amount of goals you concede, the manner in which you concede them. It's like they're all avoidable
Preventable.
goals. You are getting found, like, you're going to get found out.
We are getting found out.
The front 3 are incredible. No matter what, the front 3 are incredible.
Yeah, them men are incredible. Just could finish like 29 shots or whatever, and we put away 2. I mean,
one was a deflected goal. You missed the pen?
Yeah, for me, you missed the penalty, bro. I'm annoyed because I'm not even annoyed.
You are?
I'm annoyed. But you have a whole transfer market.
Yes.
To buy a defender.
And you buy Chamberlain on the final day.
And you buy Chamberlain.
He's a mad scientist, though.
Really
you understand?
Missing.
Klopp is a mad scientist. He's gonna do things you don't understand, but one day you might actually see the reason why in which you've done it.
If there's successful results, yeah, but if there isn't, then it wouldn't have made sense.
Well, only in September. If you lot go through.
One word, Coutinho did come on.
Got a massive applause.
He had applause. I think you could see his heart wasn't in it though. Like just judging from him. I know it was only 10 minutes, but you know when you can see a man's soul.
But anyway, forget it, man. Liverpool fans, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about. You're starting the Champions League. Impressive, not too impressive. What do we do with Lovren? Is Coutinho's heart still in it? Will you progress through? As we move on to Maribor and Spartak Moscow, who drew 1-1.
I like the Maribor stadium as well. It's quite intimate and small.
Okay.
It's quite close to the pitch. Bohart equalising for Maribor. Nice little strike right at the end.
5 minutes from time.
But the fact that the pitch does feel quite close. The Spartak Moscow fans, the biggest story was that they shot a flare and nearly hit the referee. Like the way it flew, it didn't look like a throw. The team was like, and the ref nearly got hit, so I can actually see Spartak probably getting a few games banned behind closed doors.
All right, flares in, man.
Maribor, though, shout out Maribor as a Balkan team, ex-Yugoslavian team, doing really well in general, building their kind of repertoire up in playing in European football. I quite like them. I like their kit. I like what they stand for. What do you guys think, though? Should Spartak Moscow be banned for a few games? What should their punishment be? Obviously, if that hit the referee's head, they might even get chucked out of Europe. You never know.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's one of them mad ones. Manchester City against Feyenoord, they battered Feyenoord 4-0. Look at Benjamin Mendy as well. There's a Gabriel who, Sergio who. My man is going to start as a striker soon, I swear. Hashtag Shark Team, we keep eating.
What is wrong with Mendy? He is so active on Twitter.
Well, watching this game, though, City were just all over them right at the beginning. I don't know what the Feyenoord player was doing on that line, though.
That was a Lovren. So we have Lovrens and we have Danny Welbeck. So anytime you make a mess in the back, it's a Lovren. And if you score a goal that just looks like, wow, that's
a Welbeck, 100%. But Man City look really confident, breeze through it. Another stadium I really like is the Feyenoord one. I don't know, there's something about those stadiums that are really enclosed in. Man City fans, though, what do you reckon? This group for you looks like you could breeze it because moving on to Shakhtar against Napoli, Shakhtar Donetsk are basically playing in the Brazilian league. Like you look at their squad,
they're Brazilian.
Shakhtar Donetsk is that real Eastern Euro money, not playing that oil money.
What do you think, everyone at home? Do they have Napoli, a Brazilian team?
They beat Napoli.
Manchester City, are they finally going to really do some damage in Europe? They had a couple, I think it was about 2-3 seasons ago. They had a good little run, got to the semi-finals, knocked out by Real Madrid. What can they do this year? As we talk about Tuesday's action and we bring in a guest.
Right now we're speaking about Man United. He's a big United fan. You might have seen him on Filthy Fellas and on the Twitter, just being himself. Man like Scream!
He tweets when he wants. He tweets when he wants. Man like Scrimsby. He tweets when he wants.
Oh, look at this though. Man United 3 against Basel. Man like Morris man says Champions League is back at Old Trafford. I mean, you've got an easy group. What do you reckon? And obviously, Lukaku, is he worth the money that you've paid because he's scoring them goals?
Yeah, Lukaku was like 6 already. He's going to score goals. But he's a man that gets a lot of chances and he misses a lot of chances. But he scores a lot of goals and he gets himself in the right position. So I can't complain because the end product is there. We've got an easy game. The next 2 games in the Champions League are away in Russia and Portugal. And after that, it's clear sailing. So I'm confident.
How lucky are you with the group though? Because like you're clearly the front runners.
Do you know what? I'm going to be so honest with you. I feel like if we had a difficult group, I'd be stressed. Because we're just back in the Champions League.
Yeah.
We've just started to find ourselves. We've just started playing good football. So I feel like we need to be weaned in slowly by getting the easier matches first. And then we get to the second round, maybe we'll be ready for the better teams.
What do you think of this performance in particular against Basel? Was there anything that stood out for you?
Yeah, Pogba getting injured.
I knew it. How did that feel? Pogba gets injured. Apparently he's out for 10...
6 weeks.
Some people have said 10 games he's out for.
I think he's out until we got you away.
So, out of curiosity, who came on? Fellaini?
Fellaini. Zinedine Fellaini. Come on. Come on. Come on. Man know how much I love Fellaini.
But he banged the goal, though.
He banged the goal and an assist.
Bro, but is that going to be enough for the next?
A joker.
Sorry to move on from the fact of the Champions League game because it was a comprehensive win. It was quite easy run-of-the-mill stuff. But now, no Pogba for that amount of time. He's been a heavy influence on your team since the start of the season. Fellaini coming in, can he be an individual that can have an impact for the next 10 games?
Do you know why we're lucky? Because all of the games that we've got up to Liverpool away are quite easy. And I think he may be back by that game.
Basically, you've got pre-season right now.
It's a warm-up. It's a warm-up. I'm gassed.
Basel had a few chances, but never really looked like they were going to do anything. And
what player came out and
started well, man? They were just at them.
We controlled the game.
You controlled the game, man.
The whole game. I told you, Zinedine Fellaini came on. He was pulling strings from the middle, doing his thing.
Physically, you lot are strong as well. Like a lot of headers.
Bro, no one in that team is my height, fam. Everyone's just like power view.
No one in life is your height. Cause how far can you go in the Champions League, though?
Honestly, I would say quarterfinals based on how we're performing right now. If we get a lucky draw in the second round, come January, I could have a completely different opinion.
And the other game in the group was actually Benfica against CSKA Moscow, and Benfica lost at home 2-1 to the Russians.
Wow.
So, I mean, finishing second in that group.
And Benfica were my biggest fear in that group, to be fair.
And they're not. And you know what? I have actually a question for people from Portugal that might be watching this. I was looking at the highlights, and the Benfica stands were quite empty. Now I wonder, because I think it's one of the biggest clubs, and does the Champions League not pull in enough fans? Why were the stands kind of empty, and who will take second place in that group? Because it does look like United are comfortable.
Leave comments to let us know as we now move on. You can stay around for a little while and talk about some other games. Celtic versus PSG. Brendan Rodgers, manager of Celtic, once upon a time said that Celtic, if they participated in the Premier League, would finish top 6.
Lol.
Celtic 0, Paris Saint-Germain 5.
They went Harambe on them proper.
And if you take a look at some of the goals, we were talking about avoidable goals. The penalty you didn't have to give away. The own goal. I mean, Mbappe's goal is just... The first goal, Neymar's goal, was quality.
You know what, though? I have to give it to at least Celtic and Brendan Rodgers. They did go at them. It was a bicycle against a Ferrari, and just naturally the Ferrari wins unless you encounter a lot of traffic, and that doesn't happen on the motorway.
We'll never know.
In the other game, we had Bayern Munich play Anderlecht. Anderlecht, shockingly enough, they could have equalised with 10 men, hit the post, had a few sick chances, but as always, Bayern Munich, especially against 10 men, the player got sent off in the 15th minute.
Game over.
Under the cosh, it was game over. Bayern Munich breezed through. Who will top that? What do you reckon? PSG or Bayern, realistically?
PSG.
As we move on to more elite football, Barcelona against Juventus, 3-0, quite comprehensive.
Against the Juventus side, that, let's be honest, it was a good side. Champions League final last year. Okay, they lost to Real Madrid.
But they've done the same thing, though. Juve done the same thing as they've done in the Champions League final, where they really gave all of, I feel like they gave everything in the first 15, and then that Italian mentality comes in. They're too slow.
I just don't think Juventus should be losing 3-0 to anyone.
From what I saw, it was they gave it everyone, and they ran out of energy. And Barcelona, with the class they have, the quality they have, it was definitely a difference. You could sense it, and Messi went Harambe as well. The Sporting Olympiacos game, the other two teams in that group who realistically probably will be fighting for Europa League. Yeah, Sporting looked actually quite promising, but then again, it was Olympiacos who I think will finish bottom.
It's a little bit unnecessary, but they're literally one of the most irrelevant teams in the Champions League. I see them every year. They're always there.
Every year, innit? Olympiacos are there.
Panathinaikos.
But they come, not Panathinaikos so much, more Olympiacos. And they come out, and they're the Greek champions, and it's we're never going to win this competition. We're never.
And they might finish third. They might finish third. They always get fought for third.
All right, boys.
But they're always in it.
They're always in it.
That's why Olympiacos are always in it.
Kind of like Arsenal.
They beat you, though.
I mean, they're
they beat you, though. They beat you, cuz. Joe Campbell went,
I tried to defer before you got there.
Well, any Greek or Portuguese fans, what are you expecting? Can you pull off a shock and qualify past these other two? Chelsea against Karabakh.
This game, from time the fullback.
The finishing was mad, though.
No, it was just the
finishing was wavy.
The team lacks so much quality. They have no... This is when I get hurt. We're playing on Thursday and Carrier Bag are playing on a Wednesday night at Stamford Bridge. 5 minutes into the game, you leave Pedro free in the D.
Did Zappa Costa mean it?
No, of course not.
Of course not, innit?
Of course not.
Moving he meant it, what an amazing goal. I'm well, this is a cross. That's it, people were
it's the equivalent to Harry Kane's goal on the weekend. It was a cross.
What a great goal. Well, he meant it.
And he celebrated it like he meant it.
Yeah, he was yeah. The other game in the group, Atleti Roma, I actually did try and stream a good half an hour of last half an hour.
So how many games were you streaming, my brother?
I was trying to stream everything, bro. I was just going in between each game. Last 10 minutes, Roma were just going for it, trying to get the win, And Atleti had a corner. Bro, keeper saves it, spills it, open goal, my man skies it over the bar for Atletico. Roma should have won that. It's kind of a cool group though. I think Atletico, Roma and Chelsea, that'll be quite an interesting battle. Obviously Carabao just right off. That was actually a really fun Champions League show. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good, man.
See you next time.
Remember, all Arsenal fans, we're on at 8:05. I don't know what the 5 minutes has to do with absolutely anything. If that was a program, we're going to start at 5 points. What happens? Why did that last program finish at 8 o'clock? And now we've got 5 minutes.
Wait till your game starts at 6:15. What?
6:15?
When you're at work and your game starts? Oh my god.
What do you mean 6:15 then?
There's
Why
no
not
rules.
just 6 o'clock?
There's no rules.
All right,
Remember-
Europa League starting at 6:17 today. What
Can
the
you
hell?
take a moment to just laugh at Arsenal fans? Right, ha 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 ha. Laugh it out. Laugh at your screens, and enjoy it, because that was a Champions League show with no Arsenal. And we're going to be improving this show. We're going to get some videos in, hopefully, from people from the games. We're
Yeah,
also
that'd be
gonna
dope.
get more guests in, maybe even go to some Champions League games ourselves during the season. So yeah, man, keep it tuned, keep it locked in.
Have a nice.